Hello my lovelies, it is time for another book haul, so stay tuned. So I did not do too bad this month. I am so proud of myself. I didn't kind of splurge too much on books. I did acquire 13 books this month. One of them was, or this right here is one that I ordered quite some time ago. I don't even remember how long ago it was, but it just came in and I'm super excited. This is the Lit Crate Joy, or Lit Joy Crate Mortal Instrument box, and oh, I'm so happy. If you happen to watch, I think I was in a vlog, yeah, when I came back from Barcelona, Spain, I unboxed this, and this box is actually damaged. So I did actually write Lit Joy Crate and send them pictures and everything of the damaged little box here, and they're sending me another one. It just hasn't arrived yet. But the box, oh my gosh, it's so heavy. So it looks like this, and it says, in the name of the clave, I ask entry to this holy place. In the name of the battle that never ends, I ask the use of your weapons. And in the name of the angel Raziel, I ask your blessing on my mission against the darkness. And I just love it. The top looks like this. This is the part that's damaged, but that's what it looks like there. We have the cup. We have Raziel. Oh, we have this sword. And I don't think there's anything really special about the bottom. So let me open this up and I will show you the books. So when you open them up, it looks like this. And there's actually this big ribbon here to help you pull out the books. Okay, so there are no dust jackets on these books. It's actually made onto the cover. This one is City of Bones, and so it looks like that. And the back, stunning. We have sprayed edges on the top and bottom and stenciled on the side. And these stunning end pages. Okay, this is City of Ashes. The front looks like so. The back looks like this. The same sprayed edges. And then the stencil looks like this. And these are the end pages. Then we have City of Glass. Also, these are annotated by Cassandra Clare, which I am so excited to reread this series with her annotations in it. Then we have City of Fallen Angels. City of Lost Souls. And last but not least, City of Heavenly Fire. Love, love, love. So I am very, very, very excited to have this edition. Okay, the rest of these books here are books, well, the first two are just books that I ordered. I can't remember if I ordered them off of Thrift Books or Amazon. I honestly don't even remember. Maybe even Book Depository. I don't remember. But this is books, or volume 2 and 3 of Gem and the Holograms. We have Viral and Dark Gem. I absolutely adored the first one, and it brought back like all the nostalgia of watching Gem and the Holograms and loving Gem and the Holograms when I was a kid. So I'm excited to have more of these. Then the rest of these were books that came out in February that I pre-ordered, and they all came from Barnes & Noble, because Barnes & Noble had this sale for like 2 or 3 days where any pre-orders you got 25% off of. So I pretty much canceled all of my pre-orders with Amazon, and I went through and pre-ordered everything that I wanted that was available for part of this sale. And yeah, got 25% off, and I'm so excited. So the first thing I have here is The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. I can't remember, this book may have already come out in hardback, but I pre-ordered the paperback. This says, a heartfelt and funny novel about what happens when two people with everything on the line are thrown together by science. Or is it fate? Single mom Jessica Davis is a data and statistics wizard, but no amount of number crunching can convince her to step back into the dating world. Jess has been left behind too often to feel comfortable letting anyone in. Her mother disappeared when she was 6, leaving her to be raised by her grandparents, and her ex decided he wasn't father material before their daughter Juno was even born. Jess holds her loved ones close, but working constantly to stay afloat is hard and lonely. But then she hears about Genetic Alley, or Genetic Alley? Oh, Genetic Alley, a new DNA-based matchmaking company that promises to change dating forever. Finding a soulmate through data, the reliability of numbers, this Jess understands. At least she thought she did, until her test showed an unheard of 98% compatibility with Genetic Ally's founder, Dr. River Pena, a stuck-up, stubborn man who is without a doubt not her soulmate. But Genetic Ally has a proposition. Get to know him and we'll pay you. Jess, who is barely making ends meet, is in no position to turn it down, despite her skepticism about the project and her dislike for River. As the pair are dragged from one event to the next as the diamond match that could launch Genetic Ally's valuation sky high, Jess begins to realize that there might be more to the scientist and the science behind a soulmate than she thought. Funny, warm, and full of heart, The Soulmate Equation proves that the delicate balance between fate and choice can never be calculated. And it says, featuring a bonus paperback exclusive epilogue and an excerpt from the next Christina Lauren novel. And then, of course, I got House of Sky and Breath. This is the second book in the Crescent City series. Oh my goodness, she's thick. Let me pull up on Goodreads so I can tell you about the first book, because I don't think I could describe it very well. Though I imagine some people may be getting sick of hearing about this series because everybody's talking about it, everybody's reading it. But I'm going to have to reread the first book before I get into this one. But the first book is House of Earth and Blood, and here's what it says on Goodreads. Bound by blood, tempted by desire, unleashed by destiny, Bryce Quinlan had the perfect life, working hard all day and partying all night, until a demon murdered her closest friends, leaving her bereft, wounded, and alone. When the accused is behind bars but the crimes start up again, Bryce finds herself at the heart of the investigation. She'll do whatever it takes to avenge their deaths. Hunt Athalar is a notorious fallen angel, now enslaved to the archangels he once attempted to overthrow. His brutal skills and incredible strength have been set to one purpose: to assassinate his boss's enemies, no questions asked. But with a demon wreaking havoc in the city, he's offered an irresistible deal. Help Bryce find the murderer, and his freedom will be within reach. As Bryce and Hunt dig deep into Crescent City's underbelly, they discover a dark power that threatens everything and everyone they hold dear. And they find in each other a blazing passion, one that could set them both free if they'd only let it. With unforgettable characters, sizzling romance, and page-turning suspense, this richly inventive new fantasy series by #1 New York Times bestselling author Sarah J. Maas delves into the heartache of loss, the price of freedom, and the power of love. And then this book, okay, I was like reading, as I was scrolling through like all the things, all the books that were part of this sale, I was clicking on some, and this is one I clicked on, and I was like, oh, that cover's cute, and I read about it, and I was like, oh, that sounds really cute. Not knowing this is the third book in a series. So I have since ordered books 1 and 2, but they'll be in next month's haul. Let's see. So the one that I pre-ordered is Count Your Lucky Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur. And this is, as I said, the 3rd book in the Written in the Stars series. And the first book is called Written in the Stars. And here's what it says on Goodreads. With nods to Bridget Jones and Pride and Prejudice, a charming hashtag on Voices queer rom-com debut about a free-spirited social media astrologer who agrees to fake a relationship with an uptight actuary until New Year's Eve, with results not even the stars could predict. After a disastrous blind date, Darcy Lowell is desperate to stop her well-meaning brother from playing matchmaker ever again. Love and the inevitable heartbreak is the last thing she wants. So she fibs and says her latest setup was a success. Darcy doesn't expect her lie to bite her in the ass. Elle Jones, one of the astrologers behind the popular Twitter account Oh My Stars, dreams of finding her soulmate, but she knows it is most assuredly not Darcy, a no-nonsense stick-in-the-mud who is way too analytical, punctual, and skeptical for someone as free-spirited as Elle. When Darcy's brother and Elle's new business partner expresses how happy he is that they hit it off, Elle is baffled. Was Darcy on the same date? Because awkward. When Darcy begs Elle to play along, she agrees to pretend they're dating to save face, but with a few conditions. Darcy must help Elle navigate her own overbearing family over the holidays, and their arrangement expires on New Year's Eve. The last thing they expect is to develop real feelings during a fake relationship. But maybe opposites can attract when true love is written in the stars. And again, it also sounds super cute. So I'm looking forward to getting through all of them. Next up is Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake. And this one says, a clever and steamy queer romantic comedy about taking chances and accepting love with all its complications by debut author Ashley Herring Blake. Delilah Green swore she would never go back to Bright Falls. Nothing is there for her but memories of a lonely childhood in which she was little more than a burden to her cold and distant stepfamily. Her life is in New York, with her photography career finally gaining steam and her bed never empty. Sure, there's a different woman in every night, but that's just fine with her. When Delilah's estranged stepsister Astrid pressures her into photographing her wedding with a guilt trip and 5-figure check, Delilah finds herself back in the godforsaken town that she used to call home. She plans to breeze in and out, but then she sees Claire Sutherland, one of Astrid's stuck-up besties, and decides that maybe there's some fun and a little retribution to be had in Bright Falls after all. Having raised her 11-year-old daughter mostly on her own while dealing with her unreliable ex and running a bookstore, Claire Sutherland depends upon a life without surprises, and Delilah Green is an unwelcome surprise, at first. Though they've known each other for years, they don't really know each other. So Claire is unsettled when Delilah figures out exactly what buttons to push. When they're forced together during the gauntlet of wedding preparations, including a plot to save Astrid from her horrible fiancé, Claire isn't sure she has the strength to resist Delilah's charms. Even worse, she's starting to think she doesn't want to. So cute. And I just love this cover. And then the last book that I have here is Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. And this is the first book in, I forget what the name of the series is. Hold on. Avalon Bay series. Anyway, this says, she does everything right, so what could go wrong? Mackenzie, Mac, Cabot, is a people pleaser. It's exhausting, really, always following the rules. All she wants to do is focus on growing her internet business. But first, she must get a college degree at her parents' insistence. That means moving to the beachside town of Avalon Bay, a community made up of locals and the wealthy students of Garnet College. 20-year-old Mac has had plenty of practice suppressing her wilder impulses, but when she meets local bad boy Cooper Hartley, that ability is suddenly tested. Cooper is rough around the edges, raw, candid, a threat to her ordered existence. Their friendship soon becomes the realest thing in her life. Despite his disdain for the trust fund kids he sees coming and going from his town, Cooper soon realizes Mac isn't just another rich clone and falls for her. Hard. But as Mac finally starts feeling accepted by Cooper and his friends, the secret he's been keeping from her threatens the only place she's ever felt at home. And I think this is going to be fun. So those are all 13 books that I acquired this month. Have you read any of them? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.